Hello, everybody. It's Nick Hausman here for Haus of Wrestling. I am on the WWE SummerSlam Media Row, and at this time, I am joined by WWE Superstar Baron Corbin. Baron, thank you so much for taking the time.
Absolutely, happy to be here.
You are crushing it right now in NXT. You've won a lot of people over, like people that used to kind of be like Baron Corbin haters. I feel like are coming around and starting to speak your praises. How does that feel on your end?
It's weird. It's weird to kind of, because I feel this shift. I hear the shift that people like getting behind me, and actually like when I see a lot of times they're like, oh, you know, Baron deserves this, or like, dude is super underappreciated or hasn't got his due. It feels good because I've put a lot of hard work into the last 8 or 9 years on main roster television. I've poured my heart and soul into characters that are just ridiculous, and people held on for the ride, man, and they were a part of it. And I think that I'm getting appreciation now for all of that, when at the time I was doing it was all hatred. So it's kind of cool. It's fun to get a different reaction. It's created a different buzz, especially on social media. I mean, I even had one of the writers, tell me they heard that, my name had been creating a ton of buzz online, which is great. I mean, that's the goal, obviously, and to keep yourself on the main stage and going down to NXT and get to do a character that is 100% me. I think people are appreciating that.
Well, you're doing so good at winning people over. I couldn't help but notice at the Bash, you and Gable Steveson, it was kind of like WrestleMania 13, Brett Steve, double turn. People seemed to cheer you, boo him. What was your reaction to the reaction that the fans gave your match?
It was wild. When my music hit and they got a new music, and I think because a lot of people wanted that from me. A lot of people wanted the new music. They wanted the new character. A lot of people who appreciate what I do are tied all the way back to Lone Wolf, and they want to see that again, and they're going to get that attitude for sure. It's just going to be presented how I would present it. And when my music hit, I got that kind of 50-50, like, we're booing you because we boo you, but also got like a good cheer. But by the time the match had started, it was 100% for me and 100% not into what he was doing. I thought I had a chance to be able to turn it back the other way, and it got to a point where I was like, I can't fight it. I need to, otherwise they're just going to hate this. So let's just go and let them have fun. And they were definitely behind me. It was awesome.
What was the reaction backstage after this? Are they looking at you differently now when the fans start, reacting to you differently?
I have no idea what they're thinking, main roster-wise, what they see, what they want to do. But I think in NXT, the greatest thing about being around Sean and Russo, who's the head writer there, they're not going to fight any. They're going to just let me do me, and if people love it, they're going to love it. I'm not going to change and go, okay, hey, look, I'm a good guy now, like, cheer for me. I'm going to do me, and the crowd is going to decide. And I think they're starting to. It's weird. Like, I did a show in Paris, and it was the greatest reaction of my entire.
Dude, that was awesome.
It almost brought a tear to my eye. It was so surreal, because to me, that was a culmination of 10 years of hard work. And it was like, it will forever be ingrained in my mind and body. Like, when I debuted in Dallas, 100,000 people, like, we talk about that feeling, and it's searching for that feeling again, because you can't replicate it. Like, I don't know if we'll ever be able to replicate what happened in Paris, because it was so surreal. But that was kind of the beginning, and so now it kind of feels good. People are appreciating what I'm doing, and Sean, like I said, is not going to make us choose evil or good or whatever. He's going to let the fans decide, and then it's organic. Like, you think about all, like, the Kofi Mania, the Daniel Bryan stuff, that was all organic. That was the people buying into, Kofi and to Daniel, and it was special because it was organic. And I think we might get something like that now, and it could be really cool.
So, last question here, just to kind of take a step back, what was your reaction to being asked to come to NXT after spending so many years on the main roster?
I saw it as an opportunity, really. When they talked to me, I was a free agent, so I was doing some Raw, I was doing some SmackDown, I was working with Cameron Grimes a little bit. We were kind of intertwining all these things, and I was asked, hey, would you mind? Like, it was kind of one of those things, like, what are your thoughts? Would you want to go back to NXT and just run a quick program and be back? And I was like, absolutely. Like, I'm not in anything on main roster TV right now because we're trying to get new guys established. We're trying to figure out a new rhythm, if you will. Like, Hunter's brought a new life to WWE and a new energy. And, he's finding places for guys. And he knows what he has with me. He knows what I can do. And so it's great for him to allow me, if you will, to step back and go to NXT and get these opportunities to reestablish myself, rebuild myself a little, and kind of do what I want to do. So when Hunter has the idea or whatever it is for me on the main roster, we're at 100%. We're rocking and rolling. So being down there, I'm trying to fight to stay there a little bit. I want to let the audience up top have a break from me, and let me work with these guys. Let me develop some guys, because then when I come back up, maybe I bring a couple guys with me. It could be something like that. Like,
you're talking about a possible faction?
I mean, it'd be awesome. Like, there's guys down there. You look at like Ilya, you look at Braun. Melo's another one. There's some guys down there with just massive talent, and I think maybe those are guys you grab on and go, hey, come with me. Let's do something. You never know, and I think you could do some special things with guys like that. So my eyes are open for any opportunity.
Dude, but with people by you, you're not a lone wolf. You'd be a wolf pack.
Right? Well, I mean, we buried the lone wolf, so he's dead and gone. He's buried with Happy Corbin.
The LWO can come back, so can the wolf pack. I'm just saying.
That's true. It could be. It'd be awesome, right? I'm here in Detroit. We went yesterday, and we're at the Pistons place, and all you hear about is the Bad Boys. The Bad Boys. I was like, man, that'd be a dope name for a wrestling group too.
Baron, I want to thank you so much for the time. Best listening.